First Alert Weather with meteorologist Noel Navarro.
Welcome back to the First Alert Weather Center. Noel, our friend The Trend shows increasing rain chances.
I know. We go from our sunshades to the umbrella, Ben. We got to keep in mind the first alerts you what's to come ahead of your Easter weekend. Rainfall coverage increasing by the time we get to Thursday, late afternoon to the evening. It's going to be widespread across Upper Michigan to close Thursday and to begin Friday. What a great day for travel today, as we're seeing on US 41 just outside of TV6 and also National Weather Service Marquette. You see the golf ball there on a stick? That's our very important radar site. 39 degrees over in the Nagani area, a light northeasterly wind, and we're under high pressure. You get to enjoy this spring sunshine until it sets around 8:40 p.m. Eastern time. We got as high as 42 degrees at National Weather Service Marquette, just below the average of 46. However, got higher temperatures for some areas along the southern portions of the UP. 43 in Norway, 53 in PV Falls and Stevenson, Escanaba area too, getting to 52 degrees. And the interior west, Kenton and Pelkey at 52 degrees so far. Tonight, you get a little chilly, but still some breaks in the clouds for some stargazing. Mid-20s, upper 30s. For the western UP, it gets windier towards your morning commute, especially towards Ironwood, where gusts could exceed 30 miles per hour. For the central and eastern UP, we're looking at lows ranging from the mid-20s to the mid-30s for some down far south. Scattered clouds and breezy conditions. A southerly wind that is going to tell us what's to come ahead for tomorrow afternoon. Rain and thunderstorms spreading across the western UP. By then, we can get some high temperatures that could reach 60 for the west and central, and then the rain and thunderstorms spreading to the central and eastern UP by the time we get to the end of your Thursday. Southerly winds could gust over 30 miles per hour. As for airport travel, through tomorrow, looking good if you're heading out to, say, Boston and New York and Los Angeles, so west and east. Chicago could be a bit windy in the Windy City. Expected flight delays tomorrow. Watch out for New York City just because of the traffic alone, the air traffic. However, for expected weather delays, the map's not showing anything on the projection, but you must be first alerted to what's to come ahead, because there is that possibility for delays in your future radar and wind gusts. We got high pressure that'll push east of us, and in its wake, a couple of rounds. Low pressure systems to bring the rain and the thunder and even mixed precipitation before we get to the Easter weekend. Future radar and wind gusts, timing it out for the late afternoon hours tomorrow across the western UP. Rain and a few thunderstorms. We got the winds picking up, gusting over 30 miles per hour, and we'll start to gradually spread eastward by the time we get to the early morning hours of Friday. Friday, before, say, the afternoon hours, there's a chance for a break in the precipitation, a bit of a lull before round two comes along across the west and bringing in the rain and thunder, spreading into the eastern UP by the time we get to Friday night, and then eventually it starts to taper off and we'll get a bit drier, mixed precipitation tapering Saturday morning. We'll take it. Rainfall forecast, a possibility to exceed an inch for the west end of the UP by the end of Thursday night, and then eastern counties getting to that high amount as well, 3/4 of an inch or higher. Again, thunderstorms could change those projections. You could get an inch plus in some areas where that map showed less than that. Thunderstorm hazards, in addition to ponding, rising river levels. There's a low-end risk for severe damaging hail. We've got to keep an eye on that the next 48 hours, and gusty winds that could exceed 35 miles per hour. But in your First Alert Weather 7-day forecast, the Easter weekend looking fairly dry with sunny breaks. On the cool side, we will take it. However, the days after 420 and Easter, got to keep an eye on another round of mixed precipitation, scattered thunderstorms, Ben.
All right, but you know, the rain isn't necessarily the worst thing, because as the snow melts, you know, we have the really dry vegetation out there and the fire weather concerns. So
yeah, absolutely.
Rain, bring it on.
Well, you got to bring it on. Keep pouring out there. Again, just got to watch out for the river levels. There could be a flash flood watch in the coming days to first alert you.
All right, we'll keep an eye on it. Thank you very much, Noel. And you can stay connected to the radar anytime.